one of the problems we are facing is in terms of our poverty benefit scheme. Okay? The poverty benefit scheme is for those families who are living in poverty and they have a little or no income coming in. And yes, the ministry is here to assist these families, but at the same time, our concern is to get you off the social welfare benefits and help you start up your own income generating projects. Okay? What we have found out is that we have families depending on government assistance for as long as 10 years, 12 years. That is not the solution to getting you out of poverty. So we believe that if we train you, if we assist you, and if we take you off our poverty benefit scheme, the food voucher and the cash that we are going to give, you should be able to earn a better living for your families. So if you have plans and projects, okay, if you are our social welfare recipient, and if there's any way we can help you start up your own small business, in any way that is possible with where you are staying and with the assistance of your family members, please discuss it with us. Because come March, by the end of March, we are going to identify at least 500 families for this year. Okay? Because what we are seeing is every day we get applications. Every day we get applications. And to date we have 20,000, close to 20,000 families and individuals dependent on the poverty benefit scheme, where you get a cash component and where you get a food voucher. We do understand that that is not enough for a family to survive on. And we do believe that money is coming into your family from somewhere. Your children may be working, your families overseas may be assisting you. So that's okay. But we want to help you generate more income for your families. The senior citizens, you are okay. Your plan is clear. Our children, the disadvantaged, the disabled, we will continue to assist you. But when I'm talking about poverty benefit scheme, I'm talking about those individuals who are able-bodied. You are young, okay? You are young and you can work hard to earn some money for your family. And I said we are here to assist you and take you off that dependency syndrome. We don't want to keep giving, eh? We don't want to keep giving. We can only give you for some time, and after that, we want you to stand up on your own feet and earn a decent living. Another issue for the ministry that you may have read or in the newspapers or watched on the TV is the increasing number of people begging on our streets. Now that is a concern for us. We are here in Singatoka today, and we will take a walk around your streets as well. We've done that in Suva. Wherever we are going to go, we are going to walk on the streets and see. Again, like I said, the whole point is to assist these people. We don't want our elderly on the roads begging. We don't want our children on the roads begging. If I can just inform you, we have a task force where if we find children begging on the streets with their parents, we will take the children away. And we mean business. We have already taken a baby last Saturday in Suva. We have taken the baby from the mother, and the baby is now in our care. Okay? Because nobody uses children. We have laws where children should not be put on the streets today. The government is doing enough, is supporting families so that all children can be put to schools. The school year is about to commence. Please ensure that all children of the school age go to school. Assistance is there. There's a lot of assistance coming to families. And we've also found out that some people love begging, generational beggars. The grandparents were begging, their children were begging, and now they want to bring the other generation on the streets too. We will not tolerate that. The other issue for us is, of course, for all the gentlemen present here, all our male counterparts, is domestic violence. We found it that domestic violence is increasing. Alarming statistics. For a country such as Fiji, currently, Director Women, the statistics stands at 64%. Now, that is something that the ministry is also going to look at. So, a humble plea, please find out other ways to resolve your differences. Talk to counselors, talk to your religious leaders, okay? And ensure that you don't beat up your women and children. Okay? Talk out. There's always a way by which problems can be solved. And like I said, Fiji is a very small country, and with 64% of women being beaten in Fiji, that is a concern for us. So that is a humble plea to all the gentlemen present here, please take back our message. And of course, on that note, if I may remind you, there are domestic violence decrees in place. That is a law that once a domestic violence has occurred in the family and once a report has been made to the police, there is no such thing as reconciling. Okay, there's no such thing. The wife says, okay, I forgive my husband because he has apologized to me. But there are certain laws that will be enforced. Okay? The police will come hard on domestic violence cases. Please, even women, okay, you have issues in the house, sit together with your family members and sort out your problems. And if the problem becomes beyond control, please talk to our officers here how best you can be assisted. Okay? On the same note, we are going to urge to faith-based organizations to ensure that our religious organizations also preach to its members about refraining from domestic violence. Other issues for us is, Director, child abuse cases, okay? Very seriously, we are going to again look into that because now the ministry is looking after women, children, and the poverty alleviation. So the child services has also been given to us, look after your children. And like I said, problems, refer it to us, talk to councillors, go down to your district officers and see how best we can offer our services to you.
Are we educating our community in any shape or form about such people that frequent our shores and exploit our children? They take advantage of the vulnerability